Well, hello there, everyone. Welcome to Hump Day. Wednesday is behind us. We are going to look at some stocks today. So if you have any stocks you want to take a look at, go ahead, leave them in the chat, and we will spend some time taking a look at them today. But there are a few other things that we want to talk about. First, I'm going to talk about what didn't happen today in the stock market, and I'm a little surprised that it didn't. And is it a leading indicator of what may be to come in the future? As well as there is a very, very important vote tonight in the United States House of Representatives, and it could have a big, big impact on all the Chinese EV stocks that a lot of us are trading. And we do have one of our stocks breaking out, OPK, so we're going to take a look at that. But first, I want to talk about what should have happened in this market today, or what I thought would have happened, and that is the big news that the COVID-19 Pfizer vaccine was approved, officially approved in the UK. This happened today. Now remember, when Pfizer first came out and told us that their vaccine had a 90, 95, 1000% efficiency, however they say that. It works, it's great, there's nothing, no worries, no problems, we're good to go. You know, the market shot up 1,000 points, and now it feels like in the market that everybody is kind of holding on to and just hoping and waiting for the emergency use authorization for this vaccine or the Moderna vaccine, which seem to be, about equal as far as how often they work. A precursor to that would be an approval in the UK or the European Union. I think it's December 10th, so coming up pretty quickly here, that this vaccine will get emergency use authorization. It would be a complete shock if for some reason they do not get the authorization, especially with the rest of the world already approving this vaccine. So we get this great news overnight that yes, in fact, the vaccine is approved for the first time in the United Kingdom. And the first doses, they're already on their way. There's going to be 800,000 doses due in the coming days, said Pfizer. And they're good. It's all thumbs up, ready to go, approved. Everything's approved. This should be significant moves, and I would have thought we would have seen a huge move today in the stock market off that. And we kind of did. We actually opened red, came back up into yesterday's range, kind of hovered around with yesterday's close. And then this move here in the middle of the day was actually a little bit interesting to me, as we jumped up because there was some announcement out that the Democrats are once again wanting to talk about stimulus. But of course, Mitch McConnell says no to this stimulus. I don't know. I think it was the algos playing. So we got that run up, and we kind of closed the day up 7. So flat. I mean, we basically just went back and forth in a 5-point range almost 80% of the day. So why is it that we didn't get that pop today? It does have me scratching my head a little bit. Maybe we're just waiting for this emergency use authorization. Everything is still positive in the market. I've been holding a little bit short. We tried to get back into that gap today, went away. So nothing, I can't find anything bearish other than we're at all-time highs. So anything that I had that was bearish is kind of now gone away. But I'm wondering, why in the world, we couldn't get anything going today. It was like watching paint dry again in the market today. In the overall market, there's definitely some movers, and we're going to take a look at them. So if you guys have any stocks, go ahead and leave it below. We'll take a look at them in a minute too. The other big thing that I did want to talk about that is a little bit interesting, and that is that there is an important vote tonight in the United States House of Representatives where they're voting on the law that was already passed by the United States Senate. And it has a huge impact on foreign companies totally. It includes all foreign companies. It's not limited to China. But of course, there are a lot of Chinese stocks traded on the U.S. market. And what this law will do is it will require foreign stocks, if you want to be listed on the United States Stock Exchange, NASDAQ, any of those exchanges, right? The ones we trade. I'm not sure if it applies to over the counter or not, but if you want to be listed, you have to go through an audit and you have to meet certain minimum standards as far as accounting practices. Now, this was a big deal, obviously, with Lupkin Coffee, all these other things. You know, Chinese companies have been known from time to time to kind of inflate numbers. I think that's one of the things going around about NIO, is that they're getting all this money from the Chinese government, and then they're taking that money to develop the cars, and then they're selling the cars to basically themselves or a subsidiary of themselves, and then they're taking the cars and just storing them in a warehouse so that they can show delivery. So there's all these accusations, whether it happens or not. It's been long standing that, you know, China's not always been known to be honest. Let's just put it that way. And so what this law will require is they have to meet those standards. And if they don't meet those standards, then they will not be allowed to be listed in the United States. Let that sink in for a minute. If they can't meet these standards, they could be delisted. So that includes your companies like NIO. I think Solo's Canada, but that's still a foreign company. So they're all going to have to play on the same page. And so let's take a look at these stocks just for a minute and see how they're doing. Because I think it's widely anticipated that these companies, NIO got a great bounce today, that these companies, or that this bill today, that's a great move off 40 for NIO today. That's a pretty nice move today off of 40. Good support. You know, if you were looking for a spot to go in, I might take another look at this. You know, that's pretty nice move off 40. If it can hold 40, if we can get some negative news through us with this, you know, there might be another trade to come in. But I'm going to go ahead and wait for it to stop coming down first. Let's take a look at Solo. You know, Solo, look at this number that we gave you, that I gave you yesterday. Are you kidding me? Look at this. I said it's got to hold this. It's got to stay there. Boom. Came down to 6 today, and bam. What did we do? Right back off it. What a great trade that would have been. Anyone who took it, I was watching other things, so I kind of missed it, but I will be looking maybe at getting back into Solo. Let's take a look at all these stocks. Now we're gonna talk a little bit about IDEX. Taking a little bit. I do have a couple videos that are posted, some more videos which will be posted tomorrow, taking a more in-depth look at Ideanomics and what the long term might be for this company. But look at that great bounce right off the 20-day moving average. Filled the gap, came just short of the gap, so that is bullish. Once again, this is something to watch. So these companies have had a significant pullback here. Let's take a look at our friend Nikola. You know, Nikola held our support too. Nikola held the 17, so it's kind of hovering around there. So all these are very much interesting to take a look at. But let's take a look at the stock that's breaking out, OPK. You know, I've been talking about OPK for a little bit. We had it form in the house here. Some call it a box. I don't care what you call it. Consolidation period. Draw it in. We were in this, made the box, made the house. We built the house. We got on top of the roof of the house, and then we went, woo! This, my friends, is an absolute breakout. Yes, I own OPK. Yes, I owned it ever since a little bit after $4, so up a good amount. What is my target in OPK? $6. I will not be taking any money off. Zero money off. Everything will be letting it ride until I get up to $6. Then I will reassess. So OPK doing exactly what I wanted to do. It's up, 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 and away. If you're not in it, you should have been listening, paying attention. OPK. Wow. What else can I say? Hey, I like that. Maybe that'd be the little rhyme, like OPK. What can I say? It's going higher. Woo, we better stop. All right, we're getting to the end of the day there, so we better just stop with the singing. Unless you want me to sing, then go ahead and leave a comment. You know, I can keep singing if you want me to sing. So that's what's got me going a little bit. We do have that United States House of Representatives supposed to be taking that vote, I believe, tonight, so we'll check in on that tomorrow. Keep an eye on those electronic vehicle stocks because they're all looking very interesting, starting to hold support. Might be an opportunity to get back in. Don't know yet for myself. And let's keep an eye on OPK. It's going up, baby. It's going up. I built the house. It's on top of the house. My stop is not until 3 o'clock. The other one everybody wants to talk about. Let's look at Palantir, PLTR. Remember, I sold my cover calls. It went up. It came down. Nothing goes in a straight line. This is completely normal. We're not even down to the 20-day average yet. So my covered calls made me lock in some of that money. And I think I sold the 24s. So I'm going to get to keep my stock, keep all that premium. As long as we're above the 20, nothing to worry about. Is it time to get in? I don't know. I would not be adding, or I'm not adding or buying any more of PLTR just yet, because I'm going to let it prove itself. Let it prove that it's done going down. Might want to touch to this 20-day moving average, just a little kiss, just a little, and then we'll see what it does when that happens. So keeping an eye on PLTR, still long-term bullish in that. And so those are the two things. I'm a little interested. Let me know what you think. Why in the world did the market not go up when we had that Pfizer? Not the EU. Let's not. I always get those confused. European Union, United Kingdom. The United Kingdom has approved the Pfizer vaccine, and we didn't get a rip in the market. It's a little strange.
Game over.